Hello and welcome to this video on the OS and service detection section of the Nmap practical for the formative assessment. As you can see, I'm currently in the Kali VM and I've loaded up a terminal. So I'm just going to start by putting in Nmap, test that everything's working, it's there, it's available, and I can use the software. So as you can see, Nmap speed up all different options for us and we can continue with the practical. So the first thing I need to do is use the SV option for a service scan, and I need to do it specifically on port 80. So we'll start with the Nmap command as always, set up service scan, and then use the port flag with 80, and then obviously put in the scan me, if I can spell it correctly. Let this run. This may take a couple of minutes, but as I said, we've used the correct flags, set it all up as expected, and what we're looking for is to try to see the Linux distribution that's likely to be running here. Okay, so there we go, it's all finished. We can see that the host is up here. We can see the port we've got 80, this is TCP, we see it's open, the service is HTTP, and this is the key bit here, this version. So it's Apache HTTPD 247. And we can see Ubuntu here is the likely Linux distribution that is being used. And this took about just over 10 seconds to run for us. So the next thing we want to do is try and work out what version of SSH is being used, sorry. So I know from the previous practicals I know which port this is on, but let's assume we don't, and we just want to do a general scan. This might take a bit longer, but if I'm an FL hacker coming in and the scanning port 80 was the first thing, I might not know actually what port SSH is running in. I can probably make a good guess, but I may not know for sure. So let's just run a general service scan on that same URL. Here we go, and again, this will take a couple of seconds, but this should list out a few different ports for us, and then we'll find whichever one is for SSH, sorry, and then we can work out what version is being used. So let's just give this another second here. Shouldn't take too long, hopefully. Okay, there we go. So see, host is up, latency as before, the closed ports not showing, and here we are. We got 4 different ports here being shown. Here's the port 80 we saw previously, and here we can see SSH. So this is the one we're looking for. And we can see the version listed in this column. So it's open SSH 6.6.1p1 Ubuntu, 2 Ubuntu, etc. So this is the version that's being used. And we can see all this information. That took about 26 seconds, a lot longer. Obviously, we're searching a much wider range of ports here than just the specific port we used last time. And that concludes the formative assessment video. Just a quick note that this is kind of the network discovery. It's very useful for hacking to gain more information, and especially when we're looking specifically for versions as we were, so we're looking for different Linux distribution previously, finding Ubuntu, and here we're looking for a specific version of SSH. And then we could possibly use these if one is outdated or the specific vulnerability you want to exploit in either the version of distribution that's being used. So that concludes everything. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you again for the summative assessment.